Hello, everyone, and welcome to an episode of the BS Bar where you get more booze and reviews. This is a weekly after hours podcast from BS Drunk Movie Reviews, and we will be uploading the video version to this to our YouTube channel at some point in time. We're not quite sure when, but you'll get it when you get it. Calm the fuck down. But you are our paid members and you get it first. So you can also check it out there. My name is Matt, and as always, I am being joined by my sister Vetta.
Hello.
Hello. And on this episode, we're going to be continuing with Bring It On series, and we are going to be doing Bring It On worldwide hashtag cheer smack. Anyway,
what was that little thing they did there?
Yeah, you've been cheer smacked. I'm like, oh, you guys, fuck you. Okay, so Vetta, all right. Did you watch the trailer at all with this movie?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't. What'd you think before?
I went with the trailer for this one. I was kind of like, it reminded me of like Pitch Perfect 2, because it's cheer around the world. And all I thought about was like, Pitch Perfect, they went to Copenhagen. And I'm like, and on this, they show different cheer teams from around the world. And
right. So, I want to talk about that. All right. So before we get into this and I ask you any more questions about the movie, we're going to get into the most important question. And that is, what are you drinking, hooker?
I'm two-fisting it today.
Nice.
So I have been in a hockey rink literally like since 1:00 today. So I have a cup of hot cocoa with a little vanilla vodka added to it.
That sounds delicious.
Yo,
I'll have some.
I'll send it right over. Then I have just classic rum and coke.
Oh, you can't go wrong with a rum and coke.
No.
Is it diet?
No, it's
good. Yeah, I feel like I've had the diet. Diet ruins everything. Well, I am okay, so I'm drinking I'm keeping with the cheerleader, but only because it's, the Bring It On series. But I have to just say, so I've been drinking a lot today. So
that happens.
So it calls for pomegranate juice and champagne and orange juice, but I ran out of orange juice. So I was like, I'll just add an extra splash of pomegranate juice. And I was like, oh, it's got way too much pomegranate juice in it. So I'm like, it's a little bit darker than it usually is, but it's still freaking delicious. I'll tell you that.
I feel like that would have been great for when we did that Knife Tea movie on the regular on the regular podcast, because it's so dark. It looks like it's just a glass of blood.
Yeah, like I was just like, oh, it's like I was like pomegranate juice, and then I was like, I'll just add another, I had a shot glass of pomegranate juice. I was like, I'll just add an extra one. And I was like, oh, it's too much pomegranate juice. I should add more champagne, less pomegranate juice next time. So but I'm like, whatever. Ow, now I'm brown cow. You know what I'm saying? Right. Okay. So what did you think about this movie overall, Vetta?
Oh, you want
just overall, just the overall thing.
It was better than the last one.
oh, listen. I have to be honest with you. Yeah, this was better than the last one. I was like, this one at least gave me, I just, first off, the main girl's name is Destiny. I was like, oh, her parents did not have any hope in her future, unless it was a poll.
I was just gonna say, unless they wanted her to be a stripper, or maybe because she lived in that big house, so her parents are clearly rich. They knew she didn't have to do anything.
Right. Okay. So I love, first off, I'm really happy that they didn't start this out with a dream sequence.
Same. So
however, she did reference the dream sequence. So this is my question about that. Are the Bring It On movies in Bring It On worldwide cheer smack? Because she mentions it. And then she's all, and then during this first performance, she's all like, use those 3 magic words. And I was like, is it I love you? And then she's like, and they're like, bring it on. I was like, oh, gotcha.
Yeah, that is a possibility because if you watch other cheer movies, because there are other ones out there, they
We won't be
do
watching
reference Bring It
them.
On, the very first one, as being like the iconic movie it is. So I go, maybe.
Right. Also, I love how they called everybody spirit groupies. I was like, no, thank you.
I'm like, is that really what? Because there are really famous like all-star cheerleaders that do have hundreds of thousands of followers, and in the cheer world they're oohed and
The
awed over,
cheer world.
right? It's a thing.
That's not my world, I'll tell you that.
No,
So you
I'm just
say that.
saying, I don't know if they're called spirit groupies, and
Spirit groupies. So stupid. Okay.
I want to DM one of the girls from like what is it called? There's one in California that's really huge, and they're like top something. I don't remember, but anyways,
I want to do.
I want to DM him and be like, "Are your groupies called spirit groupies?
Are your groupies in cheerleading?" There was a woman here that I was like, "Is she in Amsterdam? What's going on here?" She's got like the big glasses. I was like, "What's going on here?" Okay. So, okay, I love how during this first performance, right? They're performing, and then their performance gets hacked.
Oh, by the anonymous looking cheerleader.
That's what I said. I was like, "Is this the anonymous of cheerleading? What's going on here?"
Are they like have these cheerleaders done some big infraction that anonymous had to get involved?
Yeah, and none of them seemed like they were very like high tech hacky types. Like I'm all like, "What's going on here? This is weird."
Apparently, Hannah was just playing. She was stupid,
right? And I was like, and the whole time I was watching this, I was like, nobody wants to watch this version of the Strangers cheerlead. Like nobody wants to watch this.
And I loved when the anonymous cheerleaders did their little snap. Psh, 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 psh.
Oh yeah.
You've been cheer smacked.
Yeah, you've been cheer smacked. It's like so stupid. Although I'll tell you right now,
too.
What was that?
I was like, I really want to know if that's a real thing too.
Right? Yeah.
You go and hashtag you've been cheer smacked. That's what I'm going to say to you now at family gatherings. At Thanksgiving, you're going to do something. I'm going to be like, hashtag you've been cheer smacked.
Oh my God. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. I'm going to do that too. Yeah. Okay. So real quick, I do not want to discuss it right now, but at some point in time, we are going to discuss in length the cheer goddess. Okay. But can we move on to something? Oh, I have thoughts about the cheer goddess.
So much.
Okay. Okay. So I wanted to do, why? Okay. So here's my whole thing. Before we get into the big reveal of who the truth is, which is so stupid for a name. Right. It's someone in the movie. Okay. My first question is, did you by any chance, did you have any clue of who it was? Did you guess who it was before they revealed who it was? The leader of or the truth is.
So
be honest, fucker.
No, I thought it was Willow, her best friend.
Gotcha.
I thought she organized it and everything, because the whole jealousy. And let's be honest, in the beginning, Destiny's kind of a bitch. She just truly is. She's I wrote it with exclamation points. She's a bitch.
I wrote it somewhere in my notes too, but yeah, she's a total bitch. Total bitch. Okay, so I want to be honest with you. So they showed her at one point in time, the leader of Anonymous with blonde hair. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was Kirsten Dunst. I was like, oh my God, how good would that be?
Been amazing.
I was like, how good would that be if it was Kirsten Dunst? And I was like, why didn't they do that? Bring back somebody like Hayden Panettiere or somebody from a past movie to be in this movie as the leader of the truth. And I was like, oh man, I was like, they missed an opportunity. They
miss opportunities in all of these though.
Yeah, they did.
The ones in between the first one and this one, just to make them better.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Ain't that the truth? But they should have brought back people from the past. And I was like, listen, think about all the people from the other movies. They're not working. They've got time to be in Bring It On 15.
Right. Some of them need the money.
Right. That's the truth. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Talking about destiny, because I did write that was the sorry. That was the next thing in my notes. Okay, so she's I wrote down she's a bitch. And then I love how she's like, I'm the captain and I make the cheers. Why is that a thing with every single captain in one of these movies? Like,
yeah, because really it's not. Don't cheer teams that compete hire choreographers?
that's what I thought. But I was like, I'm not in that world, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, can I just say I really was annoyed by her talking in hashtags all the time and turning everything into femme, adding femme
Oh,
like in feminist to everything. I
okay,
was
you're
like,
cheer splaining right now, and that's weird. So cheer check yourself before you cheer wreck yourself. Anyways,
it
so
was just so annoying and so
it
many
was sheer annoying.
right.
Now that you've mentioned that, I'm gonna put sheer in everything.
Or just add femme in front of everything
Fem.
or a hashtag.
Fantastic.
Right. And then she was like, what did she say? Did we just, at one point to Jeff, she's like, oh my gosh, did we reverse sexism you?
Oh
I'm
my God,
like,
that is so hashtag truth.
but I was like, that's so weird. I just, the way she talks in general.
Yeah, hashtag Vetta gets it. Anyways, so okay, so I totally get what you're saying. It was fucking hashtag weird. Anyways,
Right.
so okay, so all right, real quick. So I don't know how if you have anything in between this, but I want to talk about the street battle that they went upon. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think that the rebels, the ladies from the rebels, won that street battle?
No, I think the only reason they got the win was because they did like the twerking in their faces
Yeah.
and the rubbing their hands down the sides, like on their boobs and down to their butts, and they had their abs
Yeah.
showing. That's
Yeah,
all.
and they
They
had
were
like
all
long.
wearing sports bras and Lululemon leggings. So, I mean, what guy
Yeah.
isn't going to be like, what do you want me to do? I'll do whatever you want.
No, I agree with you. I was all like, did they really win? I don't think they won because those guys were like, I don't know, they were like doing like flipping on shit, and I was like, I feel like they won, and you guys were just like using your sex appeal, which is fine. I'm not horror shaming. I'm just saying I think they might have done a little bit better, in my opinion.
They had one move in there that I was like, "Oh, are they gonna crunk and do
Right?
the move?" Because
Yeah.
they like did like the sumo wrestler stance, and then they
Right.
did this thing to lean to the side, and I was like, "Are they gonna do the little move from the one? Because that would be great."
Right on. I do want to talk about the street battle just a tiny bit more, but first I want to ask you a question. Okay, is it you? Is it me? Or do you think, okay, is the attractiveness of the men in these movies going down?
Yes.
Because watching this one, I was all like, these guys aren't as hot as the last one. And the guys in that one weren't as hot as in the last one.
But the guys got hotter from like the first one didn't have like super hot guys in it. The one really hot
what are
guy
you
was the gay
talking
guy.
about? The boyfriend? And then I got the door tour, and then the guy that she ended up with, the rocker, he's hot. And then the gay dude and the other dude that was like
Those are
fingering
the
the
only
chick.
the two cheerleaders.
I
They're the only
disagree.
ones. Her boyfriend was not hot. He was
He was hot then. He's not hot now. If you look him up now, I looked him up. Trust me, he's not hot now. But then, I mean, he was like, "I'll let you get my door tour up." Anyways, okay, all right, moving on. Okay, back to the back. Okay. So this is kind of talking about the cheer goddess, which I literally in like 2 seconds really want to just hammer it home with the cheer goddess because I want to talk about her so bad. She was my literally favorite part of this movie. I loved every time she showed up. Every time Vivica A. Fox showed up on this movie, I was like, "Yay, I'm happy."
and the fact they called her the cheer goddess, and she had her picture in the locker and talked to her.
Where did she live at? In heaven? Like, like everything.
Her house is entirely white.
It was it was an apartment. You can see like this, like the view.
It's clouds, yeah.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's just talk about the now that we were getting into it. Let's just talk about the cheer goddess because I love the cheer goddess. The fact that they don't even call her by her name. They just call her cheer goddess. Like that's like, I feel like if she called you, it would just be like, her name wouldn't come up like as in numbers or unknown. It would just come up as cheer goddess. And you're all like,
your caller ID would just
oh
say,
my, look,
cheer
goddess. She's texting me. Cheer goddess. Cheer goddess. So, okay.
And just instead of her picture, it's just a halo.
Right, exactly. That's what that Beyonce song was about. I get it now. Anyways, okay. All right. Exactly what was the cheer goddess's job? That is what Daddy wants to know. What was her job?
I think she was just like the gossip columnist for the cheer world. Like she's like E-entertainment, but for cheer.
Right on. Yeah, like every time she showed up, I was just like, she's like, hey, spirit groupies. What did she call it? Spirit world.
Yeah.
These whores, the rebels, they're street, which by the way, was the street battle really that bad? Like they were all like, and then look at this guy, one of my spirit groupies. They sent me this secret video of them street battling. Ugh, gross.
I was the same way. I was like, oh, that's frowned upon. Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, which I'm all like, but they were kind of representing spirit goddess, so I kind of feel like it was okay. Like they were saying, and I went,
spirit goddess, tell me more.
Right? Oh my god, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And at the same time, I was like, and this is another thing. Do you feel like the spirit goddess was a cheerleader? Because they didn't show her in any photos at all or anything of her in a cheerleading outfit or like
no, but if you remember the picture in her locker, it does say like
no, I don't remember.
Say something about it. I've been
drinking. Okay. Well, great, good.
Yeah, she's like a super most winningest winner. I don't know the word there.
Yeah, okay. Because when they set up, which we'll talk about later, but I'm skipping forward because we're talking about the cheer goddess.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So when they set up the worldwide cheer smackdown event, I don't know what they called it. Okay. I love
they did have a name for it. Shit, I forgot.
Does it matter, Vetta?
No.
None of our listeners are gonna care. Okay, I love how the cheer goddess is like, and you have yourself a host of your cheer event. I was like, cheer goddess, way to be presumptuous and act like they wanted you as their host.
I know. She's like, I'm the only one you get to pick.
Exactly. I love how she just like inserted herself into the event. Like she's all like, you guys, this is crazy, and I'll be your host. And they're like, wait, what? What's going on?
Do you feel like, and I feel like she has to be this way, she's the person that when she walks into the room, even when she's not the most important person in the room, she makes herself the most important person in the room.
Ain't that the truth? But I wouldn't have it any other way.
No. And I would do keywords that would make her just keep going. Like, those people that'll be telling a story, and then when they're done, you just say like something like with her, you could just say, remember when pom-poms evolved? And then all of a sudden she'd go on like a 30-minute talk.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Yeah, no, I love her so much. Okay. So I love how you could call in like a video chat. And real quick, when it comes to the video, anything on screen here, I totally felt like was just iMovie, but picture in picture. Like it was just like the cheapest thing. Like somebody filmed whatever they were doing and they just like did picture in picture on iMovie with it. And I was like, listen, this is cheap as shit, but I am here for every minute of it. So, okay. And then, but I love how
she's not just the cheer goddess. She's also like Dr. Ruth. She is the
oh my God, doctor. I wrote that down. She's the Dr. Ruth of cheerleading. Oh my God. I love that. I love how we're on the same page. I literally wrote down she's the Dr. Ruth of cheerleading. You stupid hooker. I love you. Okay.
I feel like you stole my notes.
You stole my notes, fucker. Anyway, so
I loved her so much because she would advise them on everything.
Yeah, and it's like the most like obvious advice ever. Hey, cheer goddess, I'm having problems with my squad. Well, maybe new stuff is good. Oh, what? Like, I like try it out. Wink. I just love that I'm so happy that you said Dr. Ruth, and I literally wrote it down in my notes for this movie. For all you youngsters out there, Dr. Ruth.
I was waiting for the slutty cheerleader to call in and be like, so I have this rash down there.
That would have been so good. I would have loved every minute of that. That would have been so
I
good.
would watch, like, if someone did like if Vivica A. Fox decided to do like a mock YouTube channel of being the cheer goddess.
Oh my God.
I would watch that. I would watch
I wish she would. Oh, she would. Oh, I'd subscribe in a heartbeat. And I would watch every video. Oh, we should suggest that to her on
I would buy the merch. Can't you just imagine the merch?
Vetta, you aren't lying. I would do the same thing. Okay. So the last thing I wrote down for the spirit god or for the spirit goddess was I feel like Vivica A. Fox filmed all her scenes in like one day. Like she just like they just changed her hair and her outfit, and they were just like, listen, Vivica, this is literally paycheck and a one-day event. And she's like, okay, cool, I'll do it.
Yeah, like they were like, we know you're a busy lady and you've got shit to do, so we're gonna get this done real fast. We're gonna have you say your lines, go change, come back. We'll do hair and makeup.
We'll have the SNL cue cards in case you forget. It's really not that big a deal. Yeah, I totally.
Or you can just improv because this isn't rocket science. It's cheerleading, and you're the cheer goddess. So whatever you say goes.
Yeah. So that was the last thing. Do you have anything else about the cheer goddess?
No, I mean, I just absolutely, I loved her. I was like, I wish there would have been more. Just
she
more,
was
like
the only
I said.
thing. Yeah, I love her. This was the only part of the movie that I liked. It was the cheer goddess. I was like, it's so stupid, but I love it. I love it. Okay. All right. So moving back into the movie. So, okay. Can we move on to when they do their first practice with the street gang that are not worthy enough to cheer, apparently?
Okay, so can we talk about how they beat three, like they only made the agreement with three of them, but somehow like all the other guys are doing it too. But the Blake guy bails. Like, why did the other guys have to do it? They didn't agree. And he says, well, I didn't say I would. I said they would.
Exactly. And then when the practice happens, only two of them show up. But then later on, when they quit, there's like 15 of them sitting on the bench.
When they're getting them all to come back, there's like a whole
and then,
like
and then Blake is all like, he's like, they're gonna do it because I'm doing it. And then all of them like, yeah, we're gonna do it now. And I'm like, what? I'd be like, fuck you, Blake, I'm not doing it.
I'd be like, no, I quit.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I did have a problem.
Bitch.
Wait, what was that?
I said I would just look at him and go, I quit. She's a bossy bitch.
Yeah, she's yeah. And then I love how at the end she's like, I've changed. And I was like, have you though? I was like, I didn't get that. She's just
nicer about it. She's not so obvious. Yeah. She's micromanaging bitchy.
We're all leaders now. Okay, honey. Okay.
We're all leaders now. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Exactly. Okay. So when they're doing their little practice, I love I love how her they do the herky, and then she kicks the black dude in the balls, and I'm like, oh, how to be original. I'm like, haven't we done that in every single fucking Bring It On movie? I've had enough of this nonsense. And then I love how she's all like, she's like, we might as well all jump in the pool. And that blonde girl's like, that's exactly what I was thinking. And then she's like, I was like, come on, can we get a little? She
didn't really jump in. She just slid onto a floaty.
Exactly.
And can I just say they jumped in with their shoes and stuff on?
And which I'm like, this is a horrible idea. I would at least get down to my underwear. And if I, do commando, which I do, I don't know how you do, but I'd be like, I'm going like skinny dipping, guys. This is happening.
Bare minimum, I'm taking my shoes and socks off because I hate having
sister,
wet shoes.
Okay, One thing I do want to talk about, which I was also fascinated, but I don't know how fascinated with you were, Frankie's. Were you fascinated with Frankie's? Because I don't.
The like 1950s Greece
Oh, I
restaurant
wrote
diner.
down the Frankie's looks like the diner from Saved by the Bell. I was like, I am fascinated with Frankie's and I want to visit there. Like it was just a sign and then it was like inside Frankie's. Like it
Yeah,
was
and they always showed it every time they went to Frankie's. Like we didn't
yeah.
know it was Frankie's.
And I
That.
don't know if you noticed at one point, what was Willow? They're all sitting there with like their green drink, but she's got like what looks like an orange soda and she's like stirring it. And I was like, why are you stirring your orange soda, honey? It's just orange soda. like I
Right?
don't your orange drink. What's going
Maybe
on here?
she's a fidgeter and she just was doing it to
Maybe.
keep. But I just loved how every single time they went to Frankie's, they showed us the sign as if this town has a plethora of
Right.
50s diners.
And they're in California. Aren't they in California? Which I was like,
I think so.
is Frankie's a cheerleader hangout? Like, what's going on here? I was like, I feel like there's a movie or at least a short story around Frankie's. Like, I feel
And
like
I go, they keep showing some of them drinking milkshakes and eating here. And I just go, is that really, that green juice stuff? I'm like, what the
the
fuck is
green drink,
that?
yeah. Oh, the green
I'm,
drink, it's famous. Oh my goodness. It's like
oh, you've been to
vitamins and
Frankie's?
shit. Okay. Okay. So Destiny. I don't know about you, but I was fascinated by a lot of shit. I have to admit, this one was a lot more interesting in terms of what went down. It's not a good movie. But
No.
the other movies I like fucking hate, except for that first one. I love that first one. The other ones I
First
was
one's
like,
amazing.
oh my God, I
Then
love the
they
first one.
all suck. And then this one's not as sucky
Yeah,
as the ones
this
before.
one I feel like I was like, why didn't we explore this a little more? Because I'm fascinated with this and it's so stupid, but okay, so this is what I'm fascinated right now. Okay. I love how Destiny, okay, she will stare at graffiti like art to get inspired. I'm like, wait, what? What's going on here? You're just staring at this Gotham City looking fucking art project on a wall and you're getting inspired by it. What's going on here? What's going on here? And then Blake shows up and he's like, I want to walk you to your car. And she's like, I can handle myself. And I'm like, can you though, honey? Bums are weird. They're really weird. I mean, which I just want, okay, we're going to interrupt here with a story here. So
Side note.
you lived in Michigan. You don't live in here now, but I live in Michigan. Okay. So, one time me and our brothers and another friend went to Detroit. Okay. So we went to a casino, but if you've ever been to Detroit, it's fucking gross. It's like downtown Fallujah. Anyways, so there is a healthy brand of bum there. So me being the progressive motherfucker that I am, I gave a bum $5. Mistake number one, okay? Because this bum decided to pick me up and hug me. And I was like, I'm unhappy now. I'm really unhappy right now. Now, this is the kicker. While he was hugging me, his pants decided to fall off. I was very unhappy at this moment in time. Very unhappy. I'm not happy. So then I was like, okay, I'm done now. Bye, bum. So I decided to walk away. We went into a bar / restaurant or whatever, sat down. The bum followed us into the bar. I freaked the fuck out and I run to the bathroom and I was like, get rid of him because I am freaking the fuck out. I was like, because I gave him $5 and he followed us. It was fucking crazy and bums are weird.
I would go, well, your first mistake was giving them money.
Right.
I go, I've given food, like, if I've like had sandwiches from like Subway or something in the car, because I can always go back to Subway. They don't like that either. We like one time had like pastries and we tried to give one to a bum or homeless person. Not sure if you're supposed to say
You
bum,
can say
homeless
bum.
person,
Fuck that.
whatever.
Fuck that shit.
And
Fuck
we
that
were
noise.
like, would you
They're
like
bums.
this? And he was like, no, I only take cash. And I was like, wait, no, what?
Your sign says starving.
Will work for food.
Food, yeah.
I don't
Money
even
for
want
food.
the word. I just am giving you the food.
Hashtag crazy.
Right.
Anyways, okay. So yeah, he was a hashtag fraud. Okay. Okay, can we talk about her tattoo for like 2 seconds? Okay, I love how her
Oh my God.
tattoo. He
So
was like,
profound.
I like symbolism. Oh, get the fuck out of here, Blake, with your symbolism bullshit. It was what was it? Peace, love, cheer.
Cheer.
Oh, get out of
And it wasn't
here.
even that. It was the peace symbol, a heart, and a megaphone. Um,
I would have just said peace, love, loud house, and bitch. You know what I'm saying?
when he's like, ooh, symbolism. I'm like, okay, that's like the most. Doesn't everybody go peace, love? What's one? I've heard peace, love, pixie dust.
Right? Yeah.
You know, I'm
Oh,
like,
kick rocks. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to hear your nonsense. I hate those things. Well, what's the one that people put in their houses? Like peace, love, and harmony or some shit like that. And I'm
oh,
all
there's
like,
the one that's live, laugh, love.
oh yeah, me, I just go,
Hashtag
bitch.
blessed.
Yeah, I just go, bitch, moan, complain. That's what they should say.
I'm like, my sign says, I can't wait for the children I don't remember having to move out. They are,
Right.
I didn't, it wasn't me. I didn't do it. Oh, I didn't hear you.
Right on. Okay. So okay. Moving forward, if you have anything in between here to say, just say it. But
Go for it.
her diary entry, she only has one, which I was like, oh, this is gonna come up later. Which I just want to say, journal. Hot guys don't journal. We just let our thoughts fade away. That's what makes us so hot. Anyways, so she does a diary and she's all like, which first off, did you think her diary was harsh?
I didn't really care. I was like, why is this here other than it's going to come back to bite her
Oh,
in
that
the ass?
exactly. Because I was like, so she said those guys were like ghetto and couldn't like cheer, and I was like,
I
oh,
mean,
who gives a
she
shit?
did meet them in an alleyway and they were using one of those giant spool things as their table while they were drinking
Yeah,
beer.
and a boom box that looked like it was made out of cardboard. I was like, this doesn't look real.
Right? It's the box from the Radio Shack
Yeah.
for the boom box.
Yeah, because when Willow showed up and he takes her on the roof and everything, I'm all like, this doesn't look like a real boom box, you guys. It looks like spray painted cardboard. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, the thing about the diary is I was like, as soon as she did it, I was like, oh, this is just gonna pop up later. We're all gonna see it later.
Yep.
I was like, come on, you guys. Like, I don't know when this came out, but like, let's be a little bit more inventive with our storytelling. Okay, so the dream sequence wasn't at the beginning, but it did show up at the end. And I don't know how. Okay, so she's in a backyard, which I was like, oh, look,
I think
the
it's
ocean.
her backyard. Yeah.
And but I like how
they did the roll call, but nobody else got to do their roll call. She did everybody's roll
She was
call.
even a bitch in her dream sequence.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, honey, she's like, that's Courtney and everything. And I was like, are their nipples all pierced? Because she mentions it. I was like, that's
she
interesting.
says their nose and their nipples.
Yeah, I was like, that's hot, I guess, I mean, well, it is hot. I think that's hot, but I was just like, huh, interesting. And then they all laugh at her because she trips on her shoelace. And I was like, oh, whatever, I guess. I was like, whatever. Okay. Here, I have a question for you because this is very controversial. Are you ready for the controversy?
I'm ready.
And I'm going to ask you, and you might be canceled for this. Vetta, do you think pineapple belongs on pizza?
Absolutely.
Me too. Oh my God, yes. I love pineapple on pizza. It's delicious.
Too. Little Canadian bacon. Oh.
I like pepperoni personally and pineapple, but I'll
be honest. As long as there's a meat to accompany it.
Exactly.
I feel like if you just put pineapple on it, it needs some salty to cut the sweet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure. I'm all for it.
Exactly. It's the perfect amount of savory and sweet. It just mixes well. I personally enjoy it, but it is a controversy. We're gonna get canceled now
but that's
because
just
we
like
both agree.
The whole is a hot dog a sandwich?
It's not a sandwich. That's a weird contrast. I've heard that before. That's weird. It's not a sandwich. Anyways.
That's what I mean. There's a ton of them out there like that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yes, it's delicious. And she could have bribed me with pizza as well.
Oh
I
yeah.
would have.
If she showed up with a pizza at my door, I would have sucked her dick. Like, no joke. Like, I would have been like, what? I was like, who am I jerking off right now for a
Right? You're
pizza?
like, a
Anyways.
pizza?
Yeah, and that
Ooh,
pizza was
did
huge
I
too.
win the lottery?
It was like half her body size. I was like, those slices are huge. This is a good pizza, you guys. This is a good one.
Right? She went to the good place.
Yeah,
She
exactly.
shelled out the big bucks.
She went to
No
like
coupon for that pizza.
exactly. Okay. All right. I'm going to scoot forward to the big reveal. If you have
Oh,
anything in between there, just say the word. Okay.
no.
So we already discussed the big reveal of who we thought it was. And I'm not going to lie, I was super like underwhelmed by who it was that was the truth. How did you feel about who was the truth? It was, by the way, it was, oh shoot, Hannah.
Yes.
How did you
the blonde.
feel that it was Hannah?
I thought it was going to be Willow, because when Willow says don't hate, I thought it was Willow from the beginning, but I thought she confirmed it when she said, I have something to show you, but don't hate me. And I thought for sure. And then apparently Hannah's not a dumb blonde. She's some super cheer mastermind.
Right. Who's a hacker.
Right. Who apparently she's no dumb cheerleader.
Yeah, you're the dumb cheerleader, bitch.
Right. I did think it was a little underwhelming, the big reveal.
I agree. Like, I was just like, as soon as the reveal, I was like, wah, wah, wah. I was like, oh, come on. You could have. Yeah. And I go back to my whole, I'm telling you right now, I literally was like, please, Jesus, let it be Kirsten Dunst. That would be the best reveal. It was just like a 50-year-old
How
Kirsten
amazing
Dunst.
would it have been if it was the flamingo?
Oh my God. I would have been fine. If it was the woman from Camp Victory, I would have been fine with anybody but who it was. I would have been any past person from a movie, and I would have been like, this movie gets it, but it wasn't.
I'm not joking. I think it would have been great if maybe they just did all of the mismatch or mixed up when everyone took their masks off. It was like all of the like background people from all the other
that would have been
ones.
good too.
I just wish they
Anything would have been better than what they did. I'm just like, this is so uninventive. It's so underwhelming, like we said, and it was just so not as good as it could have been. And I'm just like, Kirsten Dunst, what's her quota? It can't be that big. She's not working right now. Come on. And she's gained some weight. Anyways, so okay.
She's had children.
That's fine, but still, weight is weight. Anyways, okay, so can we talk about the Cheer SmackDown event?
Okay, yes, but I have one more thing to
say. One more. Go ahead.
When about the cheer goddess, when she's
hosting. Oh my God, I love the cheer. Go ahead, I'm excited.
Yeah. So in this movie, the cheer goddess at one point goes after when she's talking about all the cheer groups from across the world, and she announces them. And then when she's like, well, next we're going to be back to talk about the winner, but she says, don't you worry, you're going to be seeing a lot of them at the competing at the Olympic Games. And I went, that's not a thing, but oh my God, I would watch it if you were hosting. Could you imagine her at the Olympics at the little desk?
Oh my God.
ESPN.
Well, you said that, and I wrote down something else besides her being Dr. Ruth. I also wrote like, she's the Oprah of the cheer world. She's like, can we see Germany?
Right.
All right. Everybody gets a pom-pom. You get a pom-pom. You get a pom-pom. You get a pom-pom. All right. Let's go cheer SmackDown.
Could you just see her, though, commentating on the cheer at the Olympics, like for ESPN at the little desk?
That I'm not even lying. You thought of the YouTube channel, Vivek A. Fox. I know you're listening. Do this. I will watch every video like 50 million times. I'm not even joking.
Oh, for sure, I would. Oh my God.
Okay, so Cheer SmackDown, I'm just calling it that, was so fucking long. It was like 20 minutes. I was like, this is a long portion of this movie. You could have cut out like 15 minutes
Yeah,
of
the
this, you guys.
finales and all the other movies before this did not take this
It
long.
was not this long. It was like the two main teams, and then it was done.
Yeah.
But this one, I was all like, okay, well, we got to see Germany now, and now Scandinavia.
Yeah,
What was that?
we got to see
Australia. And then the
Korea.
woodchucks, whatever they were. And then like
South Africa.
Yeah, and then once we were done with all the other countries, we got to go to the United States and see Utah.
Yeah.
I was like, yay, Utah. Nobody lives there. So it was I mean, this Cheer SmackDown had more countries than NATO. It was ridiculous.
Right.
It was ridiculous.
And you have to watch them all.
Okay, so when the Rebels started when Anonymous did their thing, they're all like, well, I guess we don't need these masks anymore, kind of thing.
But
and
then
they
painted
did
the black shit over their eyes. So now they look like they're part of the Incredibles.
Oh, that's good. I didn't even think about that, but that's good. I like that. Okay, so when the Rebels started theirs, they were on these like these scaffolding things, and I immediately was like, is this gonna be a Paula Abdul video? I'm excited because you remember, was it the last one that they did it on scaffolding?
The one where they were at Camp Victory with the sharks and the jets,
and they were on scaffolding. I was like, oh my god, if they do Cold Hearted Slave, I'm so excited. I'm like, and they did, and they just did the little poses on it. I was like, oh boo. It's like, you whore. Anyways, so
missed opportunity, bitches.
Ain't that the truth, sister? They didn't even play Paula Abdul music. I was like, oh, she is a legend, you fuckers.
And I feel like the cheer world would love her.
Oh my god. Yeah. I'm hey, we're in the same boat there. I love Paula Abdul. That woman, I loved her when I was younger. I was like, she's hot. And she when that Cold Hearted Slave video came out, like I got a boner during that video. So
my favorite video though was the one with Chester Cheeto.
Oh, I love that too. You know what my favorite video was? The one, this is so weird that we went off in this tangent, but I love it. Where it had Keanu Reeves in it, because I remember now. And it was that hush, hush, hold me close, don't never come to me. And I think it was called Hush. I don't know. But it was like a drag race, but then he like goes off a cliff and dies. And I was like, oh no, Keanu Reeves, I love you. Why are you dying? I loved that video when I was younger. Anyways, love Paula Abdul. She's great. She doesn't get enough love. Anyways.
No, she doesn't.
Okay, so I have a question for you. Okay. Another one. Did you think that the Rebels deserve to win?
I didn't think them or the Truth deserved to win because their routines were exactly the same as in the beginning. There was nothing special.
I agree. I mean, like, just because you throw some street dancers in there doesn't make it special.
And put on sweats with some spray paint on them, and again, a halter top so you can show off your abs. I don't care.
They were nice abs though.
They were. They're young.
Yeah. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Yet. What was that?
I said they haven't had children yet.
Right on. I don't get me wrong. Any one of them could have won, and I wouldn't care. Yeah. But at the same time, I was like, did they deserve to win? Because I feel like this wasn't all that special. Like I've seen this a million times before. Okay, Vetta, do you have anything else you want to say?
No, other than there should have been more cheer goddess.
Oh my god, ain't that the truth? They should make a Bring It On like 17, whatever we're at now. Bring It On, cheer goddess. That's right? What the subtitle.
Like showing us how she became the cheer goddess.
Oh
that
god,
she is. That would be
god,
amazing.
I would love that so much. Oh my god, you're turning me on. I'm getting blood flow right now. Okay, so would you recommend this movie, Vetta?
More than the last 3 that we've watched? Yes, but overall, no. Again, I'm sticking to my original. Don't watch anything past the first one.
I
watch
agree.
The first one, love it like everyone does. God,
I love it so much.
Don't go past. You will just be disappointed. Stay there with Kirsten Dunst. Never leave.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Like this one was better than the last three we watched. Like I'm totally in that boat. But the first one is so good and iconic, and this one just doesn't even kind of live up. None of them live up to it.
No.
So it's like, don't even bother with it.
Yeah, no, I
Okay.
agree 100%.
So now that we're done with that, you little hooker,
Oh, yeah.
why don't we move on to our questions that me and you have? I'm gonna let you go first. What is your question that you have for this movie? I mean, I know
So
what
my
it is, but what for our audience? Go ahead.
so my question is what is your favorite movie with hashtag in the title?
Okay, I'm gonna just tell you right now, I'm super annoyed with you for this question because it took me a long time to figure out my answer, and then I had to watch the movie to figure out my answer. So hashtag fuck you,
You
you
could have
you
just sent me
hashtag
a
hooker.
note and said, I have never seen a movie with hashtag in the title. And I would have picked a different question.
Well, you know what, hooker? You didn't send me the text in enough time. Okay,
That's
so
true.
so I had to pick offhand. So I picked hashtag like, which is on Netflix, and that's
Yes.
all I have to say about this whole thing. What's your answer, Dick?
Mine is hashtag horror, like HORROR, not like a whore on the street corner.
What hashtag poor? Like a
Whore, like a
whore.
prostitute. No, not like a prostitute, like a horror movie. God, now I'm confused myself. Blame it on the alcohol.
You're so funny. Okay, great. What's that movie about?
It's about bullies, teenage bullies that get a taste of their own medicine.
Ooh, we all like it. Okay.
Online. And yeah,
What's it on?
online. Oh, I think I watched it on Netflix. I don't know. I watched it a while ago.
Everything's on Netflix these days.
Right?
Okay, I'm gonna
For
move on to
sure.
my question because your question sucks. No offense. Plenty of offense. Wink,
Okay.
wink. Anyways, okay. So my question is, what is your favorite Vivica A. Fox movie? Our cheer goddess. Go.
I know. I had a hard time with this one because I like so many of her movies, which in all things considered, I didn't realize that she was in so many movies. I knew she was in a ton, but I was like, holy crap, she's in like a ton of
She
movies.
is. She's prolific.
Yeah, so mine was
Wow.
Kill Bill.
Oh my god, mine was Kill Bill too. I
Yeah,
love her in that movie.
I do too.
Because she does that big knife fight and then she does that speech. She's like, Black Mamba. I should have been named motherfucking Black Mamba. And she's all like, and then she's all like, I ask you on behalf of my daughter. And she's like, fuck you. And she's like, I have to make Nakia cereal. And then Nakia comes in, she's like, Nakia. And I was like, oh yeah, you snap those fingers. I do that to my kids all the time. I'm like, Izzy, but like, focus. You do not want to see me get out of this chair. Um, and that knife fight is so good. I love her in
I
that
was gonna
movie.
say that's like one of my favorite battles in that whole movie.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so iconic too, because it's like
Yeah.
right off the bat. Like she shows up and then like it's like wow, 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 and then she punches her in the face. I was like, oh, that was a good opener. I like that. I like that noise that you made with your.
You're like the rest of the battles are gonna have a really hard time with that intro.
The truth, you're gonna have to cut off a lot of hands to fix this shit, and they did. They cut off a
They
lot
did.
of hands.
They
But
did.
yeah, no, I love that so much. And then the cereal. What was the cereal? It was like Cocoa Puffs or something like that. I was like, I love Cocoa Puffs.
So
Um,
much. Cereal
okay,
in general. I loved cereal.
all right. Is there anything else you want to say about this movie? Anything at all?
No, I'm good.
I just want to say, worship the cheer goddess. Please let this go viral. And that's all I have to say about this movie. So, all right, you guys, thank you so much for listening to this. Make sure to follow us on Twitter if it's still around. You can follow us at BS Drunk Pod on Twitter to stay updated on all our fun stuff. Now, if you listen to this on our Patreon, we appreciate it so much. But when this does eventually go to our Spotify or any place you get your podcast stuff, if you could leave us a 5-star review, we would greatly appreciate it. It helps us out so much. You have zero idea how much it helps us out. And then we will be, like we said, we will be posting the video version of this to our YouTube channel at some point in time. So be sure to subscribe to us there also. And we are BS Drunk Movie Reviews on YouTube. And as always, my lovelies, please don't forget to drink, recap, review, and repeat. Bye, you guys.
Bye.